Hey everyone, Daz here, and in today's tip number 2, I'm going to be saying to you, learn how to manage your chimp. That's going to be tip number 2. So, if you remember yesterday, I introduced to you my first model of the brain, which was the triune brain. And in that brain model, there was the lizard brain, there was the mammal brain, and then there was the human brain. So that was the triune brain. In Dr. Stephen Peters' book, The Chimp Paradox, he simplifies it down a little bit so that it's easier to understand. And basically, the lizard and the mammal is collectively known as the chimp. And then the human part of the brain, which you can see here, is also still called the human. So it's important to recognize that, and we will get into more detail about some other functions of the brain, such as the computer, and we'll go into more detail as to exactly what is going on here. But for now, in order to manage your chimp, the first thing I want you to know is that your chimp is your emotional machine in your brain. So whenever you interpret a situation, in any kind of day-to-day situation, you will have a chimp response, which will be a very emotion-driven reaction to that situation, and you will have a human response to that situation. And your human is a thinking machine, so it will look at that situation much more logically and rationally, and will maybe plan what it wants to do in that situation. Whereas your chimp, its natural reaction is to be very emotive, it's very reactive, and there isn't really going to be any thought processes going into that reaction. It's going to be just instincts and drives, and you just have to be aware of that, because it's not that the chimp is negative necessarily, but it just means that it's very powerful, and it's usually the first thing that you will feel before you think about the situation. And it's important to recognize that if you can manage your chimp and understand that you actually have a chimp, it gives you the possibility to think about how you want to feel in different situations. So hopefully this is going to be something that we'll talk about over the next couple of days, and it's a really important aspect of your mental well-being, is recognizing that you can have a choice in how you interpret situations, and there is going to be this ongoing kind of management between your emotions and your thoughts, but it is something that with a little bit of practice you can work on to feel a lot better about every situation that you come